This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights and sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Hesperia Christian's Cody New and Riverside Prep's Caden Johnson lock horns in a pitcher's duel, a must-win situation for the Patriots if they are to overtake the Silver Knights for the Cross Valley League lead.
Oh, we gotta start off the series strong and get some. They're a really good team, and if we want a chance to win league, we gotta go for the sweep. So we gotta start off strong today. Set the tone early.
The Patriots' ace starts out throwing strikes, but first time through the batting order, Cody New is unable to throw it by Riverside Prep's top of the batting order hitters. And it takes no time at all for Hesperia Christian to commit the first of their defensive miscues. Isaiah Gomez, hitting second in Rick Rivera's batting order, reaches first on the throwing error and advances to second. The speedy Silver Knights sophomore will soon score the game's first run. Andrew Logsden drives in Isaiah Gomez with a solid single to left. The throw gets by the Patriots catcher, Andrew Logsden, taking second on the throw to the plate. 11th run driven in on the season for the Silver Knights freshman, a .429 hitter on the year. Hesperia Christian responds in their half of the first, getting their leadoff hitter aboard in much the same way the Silver Knights got their first base runner on a ground ball to third. Patriots leadoff hitter Caleb O'Day, essentially a swinging bunt on the two-strike pitch. The speedy junior beats out the infield hit, one of but 3 hits Cayman Johnson gives up all day. The Silver Knights add a second unearned run in the second, and the way Caden Johnson is pitching, that would appear to be all the offense Riverside Prep would need. He keeps Hesperia Christian's middle of the batting order off balance and off the bases. Solid plays by his defense doing their part. Fine play, shortstop Eric Logston here to retire .444 Patriots hitter Arlen Custer. The Silver Knights threatened to add to their lead in the 5th. Eric Logston had singled, stole second, and then swipes third. Cayman Pluma reaches base the painful way. The Silver Knights sophomore will promptly steal second to put 2 runners in scoring position. Cayman Pluma is one of 4 Riverside Prep hitters hitting .400 or better. Eric Logston leads the team with a .522 batting average. Cayman Johnson is hitting .434 and Andrew Logsden .430. Cody New works out of this threat, and it remains 2-0. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Patriots still down 2. Bottom half of Coach Rick Parrish's batting order coming up.
1, 2, 3.
Logan Day leads off, beating out the ground ball to short, only the Patriots' second base hit of the game. The lanky senior is a .400 hitter. Junior Aiden Ortega, a .444 hitter, draws a walk, sending Logan Day to second, putting the tying run on first, and prompting a meeting of the Silver Knights' minds at the mound. Pinch runner Jonathan Crummy has been positioned at second. After a walk to Jared Bragg loads the bases, Caden Johnson buckles down and gets the 7 and 8 hitters for outs 1 and 2, but Caden Johnson suffers from non-support from his defense on the next 2 plays. Number 9 hitter Aiden Ortega reaches base on the bobbled ball to short. Bases are loaded for leadoff hitter Caleb O'Day. Working the count to his favor, Caleb O'Day goes after the 2-1 pitch, bouncing the ground ball to third. The throw pulls the first baseman off the base, and the ball flies loose on the attempted tag. Aiden Ortega follows Jonathan Crummy across, and Jared Bragg scores all the way from first. What was Caleb O'Day's strategy? When hitting with 2 outs, the bases loaded, and his team still being shut out. What were you thinking in the crucial at-bat that wound up in 3 runs scored?
I was just thinking to put the ball in play and score my runners. There was 2 outs, so I knew I had to put the ball in play. If I would have got walked, so only would have scored 1 run, so I knew I needed to put it in play.
Decisive factors, Caleb O'Day's speed, and that of base runners Aiden Ortega and especially Jared Bragg scoring the game-winning run from first on the close play at the plate. Now it would be left to Cody New to finish. He strikes out the first Silver Knights hitter in the 7th. A walk to freshman Victor Herrera puts the tying run on base with 1 out. Up steps leadoff hitter and Silver Knights leading hitter Eric Logston, who has 2 of his team's 5 hits off Cody New this day. The sharp ground ball on the breaking pitch produces out number 2, the lead runner forced at second. With Isaiah Gomez at the plate, Eric Logston steals second uncontested. The tying run now in scoring position. Eric Logston steals third, again uncontested, before Cody New induces the pop-up to shortstop Arlen Custer, who puts it away, and Hesperia Christian's league championship hopes live on for 1 more day. The victory puts the Patriots in a tie with Riverside Prep atop the Cross Valley League, leaving the title undecided until the regular season ending rematch 2 days later at Riverside Prep. The Oak Hills Bulldogs clinched the Mojave River League Championship, sweeping Serrano this week with 8-4 and 13-2 victories over the Diamondbacks. Sean Sear's Dogs enter the postseason ranked 22nd in CIF Division 4. Apple Valley blasted Burroughs 19-6, and Sultana edged Hesperia 1-0, leaving the outcomes of the Sun Devils' regular season-ending home game against Burroughs Thursday and the Sultans' engagement at Hesperia to decide second place in the MRL. Jeff Bauer's Sun Devils are ranked 8th in CIF Division 5. David Booth's Sultans are the number 30 ranked team in Division 4, same division as Oak Hills. Adelanto can win the Desert Sky League outright if they can beat Victor Valley, the Aztecs pulling for a Jackrabbits upset of the Saints, combining with them beating Silverado for the Aztecs to emerge with a share of the DSL title. The Saints will compete in the postseason in Division 4, meaning Adelanto could play Oak Hills or Sultana in the playoffs. Barstow is also in Division 4, so an Aztecs pairing against one of those MRL teams looms a possibility. Victor Valley is in Division 5, same as Apple Valley. John Mockerman of Serrano, pitching gem against Sultana in 2019, leads off flashbacks to this date in high desert sports history. Serrano senior southpaw John Mockerman mows down Sultana in a 5-3 Diamondbacks victory that keeps his team's playoff possibilities alive while knocking Sultana out of first place in the Mojave River League standings. It is Seniors Day for the Diamondbacks, and John Mockerman makes his final start a brilliant one, striking out 8 and not allowing an earned run. He is second in the league in strikeouts and intent on adding to his league-high 6 victories. His top priority?
Probably just go for the win. You know, we're getting close to the playoffs, and we're just going for the win.
John Mockerman carries a shutout into the final inning before his defense falters, and Sultana brings the tying run to the plate with 2 outs. John Mockerman adds to his excellent final home game performance with a pair of base hits and 2 runs driven in.
Go! I'm up!
Fellow senior Xavier Holtz has 3 hits and 2 RBIs in Serrano's 8th MRL win, which leaves them 1 game behind Sultana in the Diamondbacks' bid for a playoff berth. Noah Latero smacks it past the shortstop for Serrano's first hit off Sultana starter sophomore Philip Filihimanover, a one-out single in the first. Xavier Holtz, Serrano's X-Factor, slices the double down the right field line, sending Noah Latero to third. Xavier Holtz extending his hitting streak to 9 games. He is the Diamondbacks' leading hitter on the year. 3 hits this game, hiking his batting average to .363. John Mockerman slaps the first pitch he sees to short. The throw short hops catcher Dom Ariano, and Noah Latero slides across safely on a very close play. This first run of the game will be the only run scored until the Diamondbacks hit again in the 6th. The visitors stage a threat in the 3rd. Matt Flynn's sacrifice bunt moving Jacob Sheeran into scoring position. Jacob Sheeran had singled the first of Sultana's 6 hits on the day. John Mockerman works back from a 3-0 count to get the called 3rd strike on this full count pitch to strand the Sultan base runner and squelch the threat.
Let's go to 2, we say, John!
John Mockerman leads off Serrano's half of the 3rd with the base hit to right. 2 hits on the day for the Diamondbacks cleanup hitter, who drove in the first D-backs run and adds another RBI in the 6th. Sultana threatens again in the 4th. Jimmy Hernandez singles to left, sending Finn Wall to second. Jimmy Hernandez is Sultana's leading hitter, the sophomore, batting .433, 4th highest among all MRL hitters. Caleb Mastis does his job, the sacrifice bunt moving Finn Wall to 3rd, Jimmy Hernandez to 2nd, 1 out. John Mockerman gets the big strikeout for the 2nd out in the inning, and then follows with the back-to-back Ks, again snuffing out a Sultana threat with an inning-ending strikeout. John Mockerman strikes out 8 this day, giving him 77 strikeouts in 61 innings pitched. The Diamondbacks strike for 4 in the 6th. Joseph Argellano's sacrifice bunt, sending Tim Ofstedal to 3rd. Sultana sophomore first baseman Jimmy Hernandez to play defensively. Dason Kemp to 2nd with 1 out. Nate Edgerly pops it up into short right field. It drops in, and Tim Ofstedal races home with Serrano's 2nd run. Credit Nate Edgerly with the run driven in, his 10th on the year. The senior began the day with a .337 batting average. Xavier Holtz drives in the next Diamondbacks run with the double to right center field. Dason Kemp scoring. RBI number 9 on the year for Xavier Holtz. 3-0, the Diamondbacks lead. John Mockerman follows with his 2nd hit of the afternoon, and 2nd and 3rd runs driven in as Dason Edgerly, then Xavier Kemp cross the plate. John Mockerman's double, his 2nd of the year. His pair of base hits raise his batting average over the 300 mark. One would think the 4-run 6th would put it away for Serrano, but Sultana has other designs, thanks in largest part to shaky Diamondbacks defense. John Mockerman retires the first Sultan hitter he faces in the 7th. It is Caleb Mastis. John Mockerman and Caleb Mastis, best of friends and teammates on the summer ball Bombers travel team. A botched double play ball throws the first monkey wrench into John Mockerman's shutout bid. When the drop throw at 3rd voids the 2nd out of the inning, Sultana suddenly has 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. The sharp grounder to 1st is the 2nd out. Sultan's base runners forced to hold at 2nd and 3rd. But they both score on a misplayed fly ball to the outfield. Sterling Peck, then Luke Valenzuela scoring. And the Sultans have cut Serrano's lead to 3, 5-2. Another error keeps the elusive game ending out from being achieved. Jacob Sharon, who has enjoyed something of a charmed life this game, eluding the tag at the plate. It's a 2-run ball game, and Sultana brings the potential tying run to the plate. John Mockerman gets the fly ball to center field for the final out of the ball game, and Serrano has kept playoff hopes alive, although they need to beat the Sultans again 2 days later at Sultana to be the third team to make the playoffs from the evenly matched Mojave River League. Oak Hills rebounded from an earlier in the week shellacking at Apple Valley to rally from behind against Sultana Thursday and maintain a 1-game lead in the Mojave River League softball standings. We flash back to 2022's slugfest between the Lady Bulldogs and Lady Sultans. 2023 standouts Savannah Vanderpool, Sultana's ace, and Holly Medina, Oak Hills leading hitter and 2022 Player of the Year, are highlighted. Sultana hands defending MRL champions Oak Hills their first loss in league play, powered by Maria Perez's 6 RBI afternoon that began with this first inning grand slam. The big inning would be the order of the day for Sultana in the eventual 13-9 victory. The home team Lady Sultans would score all their runs in 3 separate innings, the 4-run first, a 3-run second, and a 6-run fifth. Savannah Vanderpool's complete game performance earns the win. Sultana's freshman ace benefits from some standout defensive plays behind her in winning her 6th game of the year. Savannah Vanderpool strikes out 10, giving her 117 strikeouts on the season, second highest among Mojave River League pitchers. Oak Hills opens the scoring. Leadoff hitter Holly Medina, who had walked, steals second, then third, for her 15th and 16th stolen bases of the year. The Bulldogs junior scores the game's first run on Naomi Estrada's groundout. Ella Niles helps Savannah Vanderpool work out of the first, running down slugger Maddie Romo's foul on a fine running catch. That's the second out of the inning. Savannah Vanderpool brings her team into hit with the first of her 10 strikeouts on the day. The Lady Sultans offense goes right to work, loading the bases. Jordan Mullinax beating the throw at second on the first of Hope Merrill's 2 base hits. Hope Merrill, Lady Sultan's sophomore. With the bases loaded, Maria Perez blasts it deep to center field. The stiff winds carry it back and over the left field fence, and Sultana has jumped on the Bulldogs with the grand slam, setting the tone for Sultana's multiple run innings replicated on 2 later occasions. The home run, the 3rd on the year for Maria Perez, and not her first against Oak Hills.
What did you think when the ball hit the bat?
I thought that's my second home run against Oak, and none of their pitchers can stop me.
It is Maria Perez coming through with a big hit in Sultana's 3-run second. She drives the base hit through the infield that sends Isabel Avalos and Ellen Niles across with runs 5 and 6. The sophomore first baseman leads her team with 29 runs driven in. Maria Perez is hitting .481. Macy McDonald follows, staying back on the off-speed pitch and driving it deep to left center. Ella Niles scoring the second of her 3 runs scored this day. Macy McDonald, the junior outfielder, a .348 hitter on the year. End of 2, Lady Sultans lead 7-1. An outstanding defensive play snuffs an Oak Hills rally in the 3rd. Speedster Holly Medina is on first. Shortstop Hope Merrill throws out the hitter, and Maria Perez rifles the throw to Maddie Torrenueva at 3rd, who tags out Holly Medina for the second out in the inning. Savannah Vanderpool follows with her 3rd inning-ending strikeout to end the top of the 3rd. In the fourth, Oak Hills strikes for a lone run on Helena Laura's base hit, driving in Carly Bays to pull the Lady Bulldogs within 5. It is 7-2. In the fifth, the Lady Bulldogs storm back big time. Naomi Estrada drives in Malina Redamal, and it's 7-3. Naomi Estrada is a junior. Carly Bays unloads a bases-loaded double that scores Naomi Estrada and Maddie Romo. Sultana's lead is cut to 2, 7-5. Team-high 12th double on the year for Carly Bays, whose 2 hits this game raise her batting average to .351. Dalen Honish comes through with the clutch 2-run single. Haley Corona and Carly Bays score, and Oak Hills has tied the score at 7. Dalen Honish is a freshman who drives in 3 and collects 3 of the Lady Bulldogs' 11 hits this game. The game is tied at 7. On this very windy April 20th afternoon, marquee players from both sides suffer injuries. Lady Bulldogs catcher Sienna Harwood is shaken up when she suffers a face plant into her pitcher's knee, resulting in the pop-up coming out of starter Naomi Estrada's glove. Sienna Harwood will leave the game. We do not see the point of impact on this play when Maddie Romo rockets a comebacker that ricochets off Savannah Vanderpool's leg. The Lady Sultan's pitcher not only shakes it off, but strikes out the next batter and brings her team into hit.
Did you feel any ill effects when you took the hard comebacker?
Well, it really hurt. And then, I laid at the floor and I started saying, I was like, man, I need to push through this for my team, because my team is family to me.
Back to the order of events in their play-by-play sequence, we pick up the action after Oak Hill's 5-run fifth has tied the score at 7. The Oak Hills rally does not deflate Sultana, but rather elevates their intensity. Maddie Torrenueva leads off the bottom of the fifth. Isabel Avalos singles, advancing pinch runner Jadalyn Rodriguez to second. Isabel Avalos, one of 4 freshmen Coach Obi Galindo has on the field this day. Haley Elgan flat out beats out the excellent bunt to load the bases. Second of 3 hits this game for Haley Elgan, one of 2 seniors on the entire Lady Sultans roster. Sultana scores the go-ahead run when Caitlin Parrish draws the bases-loaded walk. Freshman Jadalyn Rodriguez crosses the plate, and it is 8-7. Hope Merrill delivers the huge base hit that scores what essentially, proves to be the game-winning runs. Isabel Avalos and Haley Elgin scoring to make it 10-7. Senior co-captain and team RBI leader Ella Niles follows, driving in Caitlin Parrish and Hope Merrill to make it 12-7. Ella Niles leads Sultana hitters with a .493 batting average. She will steal second, then advance to third on a wild pitch, and score her team-high 28th run on the pitch that bounces to the plate and off the Oak Hills catcher. 13-7, Lady Sultans, and we go to the top of the 7th. Coach Kelly Rio's girls kick their comeback effort into high gear. Natalie Picado drills the ball to the fence in center field, scoring Dalen Honish. Natalie Picado, one of 2 seniors on the Oak Hills team. The score is 13-8. Junior Malina Redamal, a .350 hitter, hits the 2-strike pitch through the left side, putting runners on the corners. 1 run in, 2 runners on, 1 out for the top of the Oak Hills batting order. Holly Medina laces the base hit up the middle, scoring Natalie Picado. It's 13-9. Malina Redamal to second. Holly Medina is Oak Hill's leading hitter, .535 for batting average. That's 3rd highest in the Mojave River League. With 2 outs now, Savannah Vanderpool closes it out. The ground ball to Hope Merrill. And Sultana has dealt the Lady Bulldogs their first loss in league play. The importance of the victory, not lost on the winning pitcher.
It was really important because my team had a lot of pressure because they're under a 7-0 team now. But now they're 7-1 because we just beat them 13-9.
Both teams have 2 league games remaining.
I went out there, played my game, just like I've been doing. I've been pitching well. I just went out there, did my thing.
R.J. Peace, his thing is winning games. The Serrano ace tosses a 3-hitter, pitching the Diamondbacks over Sultana 2-1. The victory keeps the Diamondbacks atop the Mojave River League standings 3 games in. The 6'2", 180-pound senior strikes out 6 in his complete game win. R.J. Peace enters the contest with an earned run average under 1.031. Following a walk to Austin Williams, cleanup hitter Saxon Andros strokes the single into left. Austin Williams to second, 1 out. Matt McMurphy's second hit of the day comes on the high chopper fielded by Bradley Kearns. The Diamondbacks mount their biggest threat of the day. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield in. Hard grounder to Evan Bricker, to Adam Santa Cruz at the plate, to Skylar Kidwell at first. And just like that, 5-2-3, the double play. And the Sultans escape the threat. This is a game characterized by sound fundamental baseball. Only 1 error committed all day, although that did figure into Serrano's first inning scoring. Denise's pitch count into the mid-80s, the 5th, his final inning of work on the mound. Top 6, Liam Wall tries to get something started for the Sultans. This is the 3rd of the 3 Sultana base hits on the afternoon. Bottom 6, Serrano again threatens. Runner on 3rd with 2 out. Ben McDonald, Jr., right-hander, on in relief of Denise. Again, it's the man behind the mask who ends the threat, catcher Adam Santa Cruz. Sultana down to their last 3 outs. R.J. Peace strikes out Jared Denise for out number 1. Evan Bricker, hardest hit ball of the day off a Peace offering. Center fielder and all MRL wide receiver Tanner Cornell runs it down. Peace and the Diamondbacks 1 out away from the win. Fly ball to left. This closes it out. Serrano goes to 3-0 in Mojave River League play as Burroughs is beating Oak Hills 13-6. That leaves Burroughs and the Diamondbacks deadlocked in first. Serrano back at it against Sultana in Hesperia Thursday. Flashing back to headline makers years past in high desert Mojave River Valley history, brought to you by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert, and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on high desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your high desert sports report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of high desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers. Valu, Quality Truck Bodies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Silverwood, the developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, conference and convention center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.